If you could go J-Mo and a pick for Brian Burns, would you do it?
I would say this, yes. And I would also say this, would Carolina do it? No. That's my thought.
Okay.
Yes, of course I would do it. And if you I would give up a number one if you could get Brian Burns extended. Absolutely. And that's not a slap on J-Mo per se. No. It's a reality of where he is right now. And here's the other thing, and you keep thinking, and it still is early. I mean, I know not early, he's been here a year and a half, but early number of games he's actually played. But I did something I rarely do. I did some research.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, just a tiny bit, not much. Don't get nervous.
Is there a codicil with that research?
Yeah, I did. We're in a codpiece. But I did a little YouTubing, okay?
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, just a little bit. And I wanted to find out because everybody says, like, there were no signs, really, that maybe he had issues with his hands or catching the ball. And, I mean, he was so great in college. There were issues. You know, he did leave Ohio State because the receiver room was too crowded, that's not really a slam. That's generally why players transfer when they see a bigger opportunity. But I went back and looked at, like, scout video of scouting J-Mo before the draft. And it was really eerie. They kept saying the same thing. Oh, he creates so much space. Get the ball to the guy in space and watch him go. Oh, so much space. And it dawned on me while they were giving him a compliment, they were also saying he was untested when not in space. In other words, and that doesn't mean, I mean, the pass he dropped last week, he was open, but there was a guy coming straight at him. I wonder if he just has never had to contest for balls very often. And maybe, and this is not like, and it just, he's not used to it, not used to the contact or somebody being right around him or, I don't know. And to me, that's something that takes a lot of time because if you go back and look at his highlights at Alabama, he was generally open by between 10 and 25 yards. Okay, that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but he was so wide open, and I don't know how maybe that's the leap he's still trying to make to constant NFL contact, and maybe that's why he got so physical on that run play. He's trying to engage and get that contact and get ready for it because he didn't have it at Alabama very much. What do you think?
I think it's possible, and I also think Carolina might want him because their quarterback was his college quarterback.
Yeah, he enjoyed throwing him the ball when he was 15 yards open.
Yes.
In space, right. No, I agree. I think Carolina, I think they would, but as the Costa kid said, I mean, Burns is only 25 and a 12 to 13 sack guy.
But if they can't re-sign him, what are they going to keep him for?
If they, why do they think they can't re-sign him for sure?
I don't know.
I mean, they haven't yet, and talks haven't been productive.
Yeah, I would do it. And as you said, if you can't sign him, you could franchise tag him. But the one thing to be careful too, I think Stoney said it. I was listening earlier to my favorite morning show, and somebody said, well, the Lions haven't necessarily needed J-Mo yet. I mean, so it would. Well, they haven't needed Brian Burns yet either. So, and I know you always want more pass rushers, but boy, you still have to make some sort of adjustment. You're still going to be pretty thin at wide receiver, I think, either way. But yes, to answer your question, yes, I would make that deal. Right. Yes.